Hello, welcome everyone back to the Captain Crypto video. I hope you guys are doing well, and today we are back with another banger PulseChain video giving you guys the latest and greatest of crypto news. More specifically, we're going to be covering about PDI, the stablecoin narrative that's not at $1 yet. And I believe it is not a matter of how anymore, it's just a matter of when. For a lot of reasons we're going to cover in this video, it's going to be very beginner friendly. We're going to cover everything that you need to know, but do remember this video is secondary research. You have to carry on doing your own research, your own homeworks. I'll try to leave all the primary research resources in the description. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm very excited, man. Like, being in PulseChain is one of the best places to be for this crypto bull run, right? We only have one chance at making a killing with the altcoins because it pumps literally 1 out of every 4-year cycles. Okay, aside from Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin does go up 3 out of the 4 years, but we understand that it is at the top of the S curve of adoption. It is no longer going to do another 100x. Okay, so it's all about looking at the leverage of Bitcoin, which obviously moves you to Ethereum. Ethereum launched in 2016, great, but now even Ethereum is towards the up of that S curve of adoption. We're not going to expect another 100x anytime soon. So we look at the leverage of Ethereum, and ladies and gentlemen, this is where I welcome you to PulseChain, the Cycle 1 blockchain. This is its first bull run. So the highest growth potential. So do understand this. And if you're ever in doubt, I understand, PulseChain has actually been read the past few days. We are in a weekend as well. It's notorious for that. But whenever in doubt, zoom out. Ethereum is still doing quite bad. It's at 2.7K, whilst Bitcoin obviously way above all-time high, just under the 6-figure mark. And then at the same time, looking at Ethereum price, as I said, I still like to believe this bull flag is holding true. For all the YouTube members that have been watching my members exclusive videos, they know about my macro and micro economics thoughts about Ethereum, thoughts about the altcoin season. When are we going to expect the first wave and the second wave, and how I think the second wave is the one that I'm really betting on. The first one is going to be dampened due to the fact that everyone is trying to front run each other. So everyone's going to expect a 10x while they're actually going to take profits out of 5x. This is the mentality of the non-believers. But do remember, we are in a believers only bull run. So to win big, you have to know how to hold. This is from CZ, like he said this himself, Richard Hart himself. He said there are 2 ways where you can become a winner. So you can make it is either being a builder or a holder. Okay, so do understand this, delaying gratification. Everything in life comes from delaying gratification. Okay, times like these where you're put under pressure, where you're in doubt of your own bags. Okay, do you understand that diamonds are created within pressure? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to cover this video. We're going to cover PDI, the latest update. Why is it under 1 cent? Is that bearish? Are we going to go lower? Is the narrative over? We're going to answer all those questions in this video. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you. So speaking about PDI, before we cover some general rules, real quick here, we're going to see that, yeah, we are 107x. Guys, I remember when this used to be a 33x away when we were at 3 cents. So are you buying the dips? Not financial advice. I'm not saying that you're going to make any guaranteed money from this. Okay, I'm just covering this, making it educational. You need to just understand, depending on your risk tolerance, do you believe in the narrative? And I always advocate for people to understand what they're investing in, and as well to believe in what they're holding. Okay, so that you don't need to now open your portfolio every single day and be like, oh my God, I'm down this much percentage, or look at the charts every single day. That is not the best habits to do, because then, guys, crypto, even though time can fly very quick and prices can move very quick in such a short amount of time. But at the same time, we have experienced where time itself has been moving very slowly. Like, it can be painful. Imagine all the hexagons that have been, holding and DCing for years over the bear market. I sacrificed in the PulseX sacrifice phase. Okay. And I'm still absolutely very bullish on the Richard Hart core tokens, the core 7, Pulse, PulseX, Hex, INC, PDI, PWBTC, and eHex. Don't forget about that, the legacy hex, the one that started it all. Guys, like, eHex walked, so we can run. But going on to the latest news, here's a tweet from Moon King Beirut saying PulseChain has 0 outages since launch. Just saying, comparing it to Solana, which has frequent outages and maintenance issues. We are currently experiencing a temporary service outage. Our team is actively working to resolve the issue as quickly as possible. We appreciate your patience. Absolutely crazy, guys. Yeah, there is a solution, and that is PulseChain. Indeed, we are over 645 days running with 100% uptime with 46,365 validators compared to Solana's 3,400, guys. With 2 more pending validators. Absolutely crazy stuff. And we're continuously growing. Look at this, the total active wallets every single day. We're having around 1,500 new onboarding new users, and you can see here actually there's been a few days where we've onboarded 3,000, guys. You need to understand, PulseChain is kind of like a network. This is why you can apply the Metcalfe's law over here, where if you double a network's user count, the value of it is whatever that number squared. So 2 squared is 4, ladies and gentlemen, 4 times in value. And think about it, how small we are in terms of a number. Look at this, daily active wallets is around 14,000. Compared to like Ethereum's, I don't know, 500,000, and obviously compared to Solana's millions per day active wallets, we have such a lot of room for growth. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Be optimistic, and of course at the same time realistic expectations in terms of price predictions. Watch my previous video. I gave you guys my different milestones. I like to have conservative expectations, and then yes, there's aspirational ones. Great, it's the cherry on top. But please manage your expectations, and it's not really a matter of, at what price am I going to take profits or sell my bag? It doesn't work like that. It literally just works depending on the market conditions. Are we in a euphoric state or not? Again, all of that is covered in my members exclusive videos, which, by the way, a big thank you to all the members. Thank you very much for choosing to support my small channel that's growing. Soon enough, it's not going to be small anymore. So you guys get access to my right now part 5 to the series about the psychology of the market cycle. The latest video is about 95% fail at understanding this, so the pitfalls of the bull run. I'll let you guys figure that out and watch it. It's a great watch, and I appreciate all the feedback that I receive. It is a weekly series, so expect another members exclusive video very, very soon. And to the highlighted comments here, PWBTC is going to be the greatest gainer, hands down. I agree. Hey bro, love this. Definitely feel lucky to be in the Rich Your Heart space with such a cool community. Thanks for the share. Thank you. Congrats, Khaled. Your hard work has been recognized in the PulseChain community. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do. It's been definitely, I've been consistent. I've been uploading throughout the whole of 2024. I've held all my bags throughout 2024. I've started making videos about PulseChain and investing obviously within PulseChain in 2023 since my PulseX sacrifice, and I have never looked back, guys. I even had I don't really like to share this, but before, in the bear market, I was holding half a Bitcoin, and I converted all that half Bitcoin into PulseChain, and it's been the greatest decision ever. Okay, when you really talk about like leverage over leverage, PulseChain is really a leverage of Ethereum, which is a leverage of Bitcoin, which is obviously a leverage and a hedge against inflation. Guys, make your money work for you. Okay, you need to preserve that buying power. You have money sitting in your bank account every single year. It diminishes its buying power by 4 to 8%. We never know. Okay, we never know. It's so crazy. So there's that. It is a monetary system that is very transparent. Like Bitcoin, at the end of the day, guys, Bitcoin is always going to be number one. It's so cool because Bitcoin is an example where inflation is good. Because we know Bitcoin has the halving events. We know that it inflates to pay the block rewards for the miners that are incentivized to mine to keep the blockchain secure. At the same time, we know where it's going to plateau at 21 million. Like, this is beautiful, guys. Same thing with PulseChain. Even though we are printing Pulse to pay the 46,000 validators, we scroll down here. We see that actually, because of the volume, we're still net burning Pulse. The Pulse coin itself, not PulseX, which is absolutely deflationary monster. We're talking about the native coin, guys. This is unlike Ethereum. Okay, unlike Ethereum. Ethereum is actually inflationary. It's been increasing its supply. Look at this, Pulse. Yeah, we've been burning a lot. a lot. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy to be in PulseChain, guys. Do remember this. Just be patient. I understand. If you're in doubt, always look at the crypto market in general. You can see that, it is going sideways. And at the same time, and I tell this to a lot of people, remember, in the next bull run, guess what? It's going to be the third cycle curse. It's going to be BNB's third cycle curse, Solana's third cycle curse, and I think even Avalanche possibly, I think. So there's that. But guess what? It's going to be our second bull in PulseChain. So I think we're going to still carry on to flourish. This is why a lot of my bags that I'm holding right now are going to be held for the next bull run as well. So there is that. Okay, moving on here. Big shout out to Shillgates giving us an update. Trump just bought 5 million more worth of Ethereum. He must know something big is coming. So again, this is another example of follow the smart money. There's that. I am very bullish on Ethereum at the end of the day. So that is good. Obviously, when he refers to Trump, he means the World Liberty Finance owned by Donald Trump. But in terms of PulseChain news, 14 more ways the OA is set to move PulseChain Hex, PulseX and INC lock-in. Number one is SEC case dismissal. That will be very bullish. That could happen any day right now. PulseX single-side staking. I've seen a lot of people talk about this, and that's very bullish. Continued Hex staking again. So if you go right now looking at the Hex stats, we scroll up, you can see that on both EHEX and PHEX, and this is very bullish, 95% of of PHEX is staked. 94% of the supply of EHEX is staked, guys. Incredibly reducing the T share payout. You can see that it slashes more than, I think, around 2/3 effectively. Again, I've seen a lot of people talk about how this disincentivizes the people who are already staking. I don't think so. I think this is bullish for everyone. You need to understand that this is kind of a signal of, hey, let the OA do its thing. Do you really care about your APY right now, or do you care about the number go up? Okay, because if the number goes up by, let's say, a 10x, your APY is effectively 10x'd. So, you know what I mean? Like, keep that in mind. I think, whatever Richard Hart the OA, it's not Richard Hart, allegedly, right? Whatever the OA is cooking, I believe in the process, I'm just super exciting stuff that we're seeing, especially the fact that INC as well has effectively had 4 Bitcoin halving events, just over 4 Bitcoin halving events. And I think even today, or the past 24 hours, the INC has been slashed from 0.05 to 0.045 INC per second, majorly disincentivizing the liquidity providers from providing liquidity, because now the APRs have been slashed a lot. Now this reduces the sell pressure of INC, which has now become the liquid gold. This is why INC is very bullish, along with PulseX, the deflationary monster. How much of its own supply has it burnt in the past 645 days? 50 million worth of PulseX, which is 6.38%. Like, it doesn't get even, like, it's so bullish. You want me to give you another bullish thing about PHEX that I learned? Big shout out to Martin, the CFO of Hex, guys. I urge everyone to go follow him. Like, look at this guy. When I realized this, guys, I literally have goosebumps. Okay, and I need you to hear me out and understand what I'm saying right now. Those of you who have followed my posts in the past know I have implied the real Hex market cap is very low. Even today, when most of the supply got staked / burnt, around 50% of the coins in circulation are still owned by OA and the God Whale. Hex, 100x from now, is less than 30 billion market cap. That's crazy. Okay, so guys, again, he's basically saying if the market cap is actually, when you think about it, once you stake your Hex, that does act like a burning of the Hex supply. So if now we just spoke about how the PHEX supply is 95% burnt, you need to understand that as the price goes up and as more people stake, the market cap keeps going lower. This goes against the laws of physics. Okay, and it makes it a realized market cap of 584 roughly right now. which is extremely bullish. You need to understand, you know, in EHEX, in the previous bull run, it reached over, wasn't it over 200 billion? I would like to say it's over 150 billion market cap, guys. And he's saying right now 100x from here is only a 30 billion market cap. It blows your mind once you understand this, guys. Because obviously right now the market cap that probably is displayed, if we go to, if I go here real quick and I open, I'm not a robot, and I go here to the Richard Heart ecosystem hex, and it shows you, oh actually it doesn't really show you the market cap. I didn't really know that. Wow. But you know, there's a reason I guess to it. It's confusing itself. But you know, it is very exciting stuff, you know, when you really put that into perspective. So yeah, you have it. PulseX continued hex staking, run validators, cause pulse deflation, SAC wallets buying again. Yep, we already know about this. 171,000 Ethereum from the sacrifice funds. You know, they're doing its own thing, longing Ethereum. This is why another reason we are a literal leverage of Ethereum. Okay, and then now you have Richard Heart live stream. INC inflation lowered again, which happened. Richard Heart wallet SAC. Okay, basically same thing there. New farm pairs, they'll be very cool. PWBTC farms, EWBTC farms, PDI farms, which by the way they used to exist. You can see that PWBTC, they used to exist. So, and you're now asking me, why are you adding PWBTC and PDI to the Richard Heart core ecosystem? Yeah, I'm gonna add it. Why? It's because PWBTC, 21% of PWBTC is owned by Richard Heart wallet. 50% of the PDI supply is owned by Richard Heart. We're gonna learn more about that in a second, but you can see it right here. Look at this. 12 billion is owned by Richard Heart. 5 billion of the supply of PDI is forked from EDI, right? Which happened is the event that happened once PulseChain launched 13th of May 2023, but the snapshot itself was taken around 10th of May 2023. And effectively what this means is that PulseChain is not just a layer 1 fork of Ethereum, which, you know, most of the other chains are, right? Like a BNB and you know, all the other ones. PulseChain is more than that. PulseChain is a first of its own system state copy of Ethereum. So we've effectively copied everyone's holdings and all the tokens into PulseChain, guys. But we tweaked, making it quicker, 70% quicker than Ethereum, making it extremely cheaper in terms of the gas fees, which at some point we were thousands of X's cheaper. It's crazy, guys. It's giving a chance for people to buy Bitcoin as if it was 2017 again. You know, to be part of a stablecoin in the making. By the way, this would mark it to be the most decentralized stablecoin. DAI stablecoin is one of Richard Heart's favorite stablecoins because of the fact it's algorithmic, because of the fact that it uses a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, compared to what? Compared to USDC, or owned by Circle, compared to USDT by Tether, which those two are partially backed and we don't know the collateralization. But with DAI stablecoin, we are sure, because it's all within the code, we are sure that it is at least 150% collateralized. This is how the MakerDAO vaults work. And by the way, MakerDAO has been rebranded on Ethereum to be called Sky. Another reason why we love the legacy MakerDAO here. The one in Ethereum, they're working on another stablecoin, which is slightly more centralized. We don't really like that. They have like a blacklist function. So another reason why this stablecoin is going to be the most decentralized. No admin keys. Guys, welcome to PulseChain. Wow. There's literally a lot of things to say, but don't worry, if you're watching this video, guys, this is effective like a live stream. I understand my videos sometimes are too long. I will soon start trying to timestamp them. I'm just gonna be won't timestamp this video because I'm gonna be going somewhere after the end of this video. So you know, watch it like a live stream. You know, I understand people are busy, so you can come back to this video later. And I appreciate all your comments and your feedback, and I have been applying them, like increasing the mic, the sound of my mic, and the dark mode on CoinMarketCap. So I did that, and I appreciate you guys. We're gonna show you guys a video right now. Well, before we do that, let's actually complete the list. Spend airdrop on Hex again, like Hedron and PDI, centralized exchange listing, PulseX limit orders, PulseX swaps on Ethereum. That's interesting. Space Rock NFT. what. And obviously this is the hex diamond, yeah, I think it's called hex diamond, the world's largest diamond that Richard Hart owns. You can look it up. Here's a video that, you know, says what I've been saying a lot about liquidity, how it's a double-edged sword, how it's basically like a weight effect. The more you have, great, because it lowers the volatility, but it also means that it's harder for you to move up. The price will the token will require more capital for the price to do that 100x. You understand what I'm saying? So once you have less liquidity, yes, you do increase volatility, which means easier for it to go up and easier for it to go down, but effectively it means it's lighter. It requires less capital for it to rise. And we're going to watch that in this video. This is why I'm betting on EHEX, guys. And I'm actually up on my investment on both EHEX and PHEX from last year. When I made a video that I've become a hexagon around June of 2024. And I've never looked back since. It's been the best. And I think I've been kind of lucky by, you know, DCing into that time, because it was the all-time lows of both of them. So let's watch what Richard Hart has to say about the topic.
I just explained to you very clearly that if you have more liquidity, the price won't go as high. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do the words that are leaving my mouth enter your brain? Do you want the price to go high? Yeah, you do? Okay. You need less liquidity for the price to go high. Because if you have more liquidity, that's called sell pressure. And the fucking price doesn't go as high when you have more sell pressure. Do you understand? Do you get it? Do you understand? More sell pressure mean number don't go up as much. Me, design thing go up 263x. Me, understand. Smart. Me, smart. Bro.
I love this. He's trying to dumb it down for the retail investor, for the non-believer. It's crazy. At the end of the day, you know, unfortunately, guys, the retail investor, the non-believers, they fall under that 95% where, you know, I talk about the herd behavior. They don't want to follow the information. They just want to follow the crowd where they're going. So now imagine being one of the first people who were doing the research, and they realize, hold on, Solana is going to do really well, you know, by spending hours and hours of research. But now you have another person here, you know, average mid-curver, who's going to say, I want to go where the majority of people are going. Think about the delay between the first person who spent so much time researching, which, by the way, I've been spending thousands of hours in the bear market, and like within a year, I spent like around, I've calculated around what, 2,000 hours a year researching about crypto. You know, and it's crazy because the difference between researching 4 hours a day to 8 hours a day, it really just adds it marginal, but it adds up. That's all I'm trying to say. It adds up. And then you have this person now who's saying, I'm just going to follow the crowd, instead of the first person who said, I'm going to try to predict where majority of people are not yet. There's going to be a huge delay till the mid-curver realizes, hold on, that's the meta. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't fall to be that average mid-curver, because if you're playing like an average mid-curver, you're going to expect nothing more than an average returns, which, by the way, 95% of people in crypto probably barely cut even. Barely cut even. You have to be a believer. You have to be. So whatever token that you believe in, it doesn't necessarily be something that I have to talked about. Okay, I'm here making my videos to provide how it is to become an independent thinker, a disciplined trader. I'm providing you a toolbox. This is how my thought process is. I don't care about being right. I just care about making money. And I want to share that with you guys, because I believe in shared knowledge is equal to knowledge squared. I get to learn a lot from hearing from your feedback, from your tough questions, which, by the way, we ask a lot of questions in my Telegram, link description. Go join it. 1,000, almost 400 members. You know, it's a very beautiful community, one of the best places to be in PulseChain, and soon probably in all of crypto. And soon enough, I will gatekeep this. It will be private, okay, to keep the productivity high. I don't allow any shills. You come in here to shill, you're getting banned. Zero tolerance. And I have a couple mods there. They will ban you. And put a laughing emoji as well. I'm just kidding. We're friendly. Moving on. Here's a tweet from Travis saying 10K investment in INC today could be worth 500K in the coming months. That's kind of crazy. And then you have here PulseX, you know, talk about the buy and burn. On February 14th, yesterday, 100K worth of PulseX was burnt. Just like that. Not from buy and sell volume, guys. Oh, sorry, not from people buying the token itself. It's literally from people trading within PulseX DEX. That's what you need to understand. Where, like, we're talking 90% of the volume, 90% of the liquidity is. Look at this. If you look at liquidities, 299 million. Look at that. 99% basically of the liquidity, 93, there you go. 93% of the liquidity in PulseChain is in PulseX. And on every swap, whether if it's a buy or a sell, a portion of that goes to buying and burning PulseX forever. Goes out of the supply. That's called scarcity. Buy pressure. That means your bags, you wake up the next day, your bags has just become slightly more expensive for someone else to buy. Now, yes, if you look at the dollar value, you'll see that, hold on, actually today, PulseX, went down 10%. Don't focus on the dollar value right now. That's just a label. It's agnostic to the whole blockchain. The blockchain does not really know about the price label. Okay, it just cares about the units, the ratios. Look within the ratios. You'll understand immediately that PulseX is a leverage of Pulse, which is a leverage of Ethereum, which is a leverage of Bitcoin, which is a leverage of, fiat money. Guys, use your money efficiently. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you. I love it. I love it. So now we're going to go moving on to Hex here real quick. Big shout out to Richard Hart Maximalist saying the real problem with Hex today, people will buy it at $5 instead of buying it at 2 cents right now, which hold on, no way I was not following Richard Hart Max. That's crazy. I urge everyone to go follow him as well. He does a lot of live streams. Very, very smart guy. Knows a lot about cybersecurity. Definitely go watch him. And I think he also has resources if you want to become a PulseChain validator. So do that as well. But yeah, that is very true and sad because, again, by the time it goes to $5, think about the reflexivity, the positive feedback loop. If you watch my tweets, I've made a graphic there that explains it. Where now the positive feedback loop, as the price goes up, it's going to attract more people. And as the price goes up, volume goes up. As volume goes up, it'll attract whales who are going to buy in with bigger bags. It's literally a positive feedback loop, which is going to carry on going, effectively like a snowball effect. And then it's going to come with FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. Don't be on the wrong side of FOMO, guys. Don't be careful going on the shiny new objects. That's all I'm trying to say. Be careful. Here, whale alert has pinged Hex from Ethereum, sent by all of crypto. And you can see here, whale alert, big Twitter account, talking about, movement. I believe that's from the OA, transferred from unknown wallet to a burn address. Okay, and I believe, if I remember, that's the OA's yield from the 7-day stake, and I believe the OA restaked that for 14 days, I think, again. So yeah, and then he burnt the yield, which is absolutely crazy stuff here. So that is good. We're getting exposure. That's what we love to see. Now moving on to PDI, but before we go into PDI, I just want to remind people, or basically give you an update on the Atropa dev, Maria Rahel, the doxed dev, the rocket scientist, ex-NASA veteran, ex-Microsoft, Intel, HP employee, a rocket scientist, guys. He knows about moon math. He made a live stream and he commented, the teddy bear bottom is already over. I think once we hit past 50 million again, we will not return to it. Okay, not financial. This is what he said. And that is my plan. I'm going to be DCing, hopefully trying to double my position within Teddy Bear. And here's another tweet from his live stream. He mentioned, talking about PDI. He said, so 9 is not out of the question. It is not very far. Could be any day now. Any day this year. So I'm not sure what he's talking about here in terms of 9. I think, is he talking about 9 iron or the month 9 September? I don't know. Anyways, but that is an update. That's good to see that he still believes that it's going to happen any day this year. And if you guys been watching me, you know that I've been saying this. I never said it's going to get pegged in February. I never said it's going to get pegged in Christmas. Like, I don't know who started those rumors. I've always said to people, wait till the DeFi season comes. DeFi 3.0. We are in a stablecoin bull run. Right, with the invasion of DeFi 3.0, it has to be something innovative. It won't be V4. It won't be another staking yield app like DApp. We've had that in the last year. That's not innovation. This stablecoin can be the unicorn of this DeFi season, upcoming DeFi season. So that's where I'm gonna bet that I expect PDI to be at $1 at that time. In the meantime, when you look at the chart, I think we're going to carry on growing organically. We don't need no involvement. We had no involvement from Richard Hart since ever. Like, it's crazy. Like, since the beginning, guys. Look at this. We've done a natural 10,000x. Okay, we've been hit with 91% correction, 86% correction, and right now we're experiencing a 75% correction. And why are people, panicking? It's a 75% correction compared to the previous ones is nothing. It is nothing. But one thing for sure is very clear is that as every leg up goes, we expect less and less shallower retracements. Not a reversal, retracements. There you go. And this is why I'm going to tell you. The next leg up of PDI, I believe, is going to be at the 9 to 10 cents. Now, is it going to be a support level? I think it's going to be a resistance. Can we turn it to become a support level? I don't know, but we will have to see. It's very, very exciting stuff. And at 9 to 10 cents, that's a 10x away from $1. That's going to attract so many whales who's going to come in and be like, you know what? I want to make a 10x. I'm going to dump 150K. And what you don't understand is that once this becomes $1, it becomes the safe place to be. It becomes a safe place to be. Like when people ask me about taking profits. Taking profits is what? What's the definition of taking profits? When you turn altcoins into stablecoins, PDI becomes a stablecoin. You've already taken profit by just holding PDI. Okay, like that's the crazy thing. Again, this is not financial advice, but I love the speculation. Richard Hart he bragged 4 or 5 times about PDI. You can go check it out. The only chart that did it at 10,000x. He bragged about PDI. He bragged about PWBTC. I'm very excited for both of them. Very, very excited for both of them. And this is PWBTC. A very strong looking chart. Very strong looking chart. Right now experiencing a minor 73%. They're basically almost within ratio. We can see actually right now if you go that/DAI, we will find this one. We can see the ratio of PWBTC to the DAI. So if we do that right now, you can see that one PWBTC gives you 76,000 PDI, which is out of ratio. So technically, if you want to ratio trade PDI, you would, or I would, buy PWBTC, and then obviously at the correct ratio would be what Bitcoin prices ratio to $1 is, which is 97,000, which is roughly around here. So that would mean a 26%, roughly 28%. Again, making it so effective right now. PWBTC price is $700. The real true value of what's it called? Of PWBTC should be around, if you put 97,000, it should be around 888, which is minor. Like, this is all minor, but I'm just saying, PWBTC, PDI, they're both hand to hand. They go up together. And I'm bullish on both of them, guys. Very bullish on both of them. And I heard that PWBTC is actually probably going to be the first one to hit parity, and then it'll be used to collateralize PDI. So one is easier to do, and the second one will be supported by the first. So it's all these are all puzzle pieces to the game. I love it. I love it how everything is hand to hand. I love how Maria, the Atropa dev, believes in EHEX. How he says, I believe in 1-to-1 ratio. You scroll down here and you see that, as I said, 108x away from $1. PWBTC is 138x from parity. So there is that, giving you a chance. This is literally 2016, 17 Bitcoin price. Where are you going to get a chance like this ever again? Again, depending on your risk tolerance, you have to do your own research. So going back to it, we're going to just go through a few tweets about PDI and why it is super, super bullish. Every time Hex, Pulse, and PulseX is down double digits, Richard Hart undoubtedly returns his focus to PDI. While many are still fighting it, PDI as a native stable coin is critical for the adoption of Richard Hart tokens on PulseChain. We will win when PDI wins. Here's another tweet. Now, I'm not going to go through the thread, but you can definitely, and I urge everyone to definitely follow 9 Iron Capital. He is my primary research. Guys, I'll read that again. He is my primary research. When I make these videos, I'm effectively summarizing his videos. And of course, I add my own opinions. I cover multiple people and resources when I update you guys. So effectively, you know, all I'm trying to say is that if you're a busy person, my videos are a leverage of my own research. So, you know, you're spending your time very efficiently here. Anyways, this is what he said. I shared this triangle in 2023 to highlight PDI's importance to PulseChain. This is a liquidity pyramid, Extra's triangle. The market cap of the bottom row dictates the potential size of the rows above it. Hex, PulseX, Pulse is stuck in a liquidity trap. Let me explain. So yeah, you can read that. But I do love this graphic here. You can see PDI store value, Pulse store value, Richard projects, trusted security. Well, you know, not security assets there. It doesn't pass the Howey test. Let's be careful there. And then you have Richard Hart affiliate, safe altcoins, PRS, Pulse Reflections. I'm not sure. Hedron Maxi. Not sure. ETH tokens. You have PRCs with ETH utility. Cool. New tokens, the new PRC 20s. So yeah, you have more trusted required, less trust required. So yeah, PDI guys, simple. PWBTC is very, very cool stuff as well. I'm gonna assume it's here within a parenthesis, you know. So you know, don't worry. It's like, whoa, why didn't he mention PWBTC? It's fine. But moving on here, also an update from Decentralized Me. Again, a great primary resource gentleman here. How could Richard Hart encapsulate hex stakes after the fact? So again, you know, just this is something I don't really want to go into, because people effectively, you know, the theory was this. I pause it in this frame. Big shout out to Decentralized Me. He makes very good videos. But I pause it in this frame because it describes almost everything I'm going to explain to you right now. I've mentioned the MakerDAO vaults, right? The collateralization. Now, PDI needs to be collateralized by 150% to then act as a $1 priced token. Okay? Like it would literally instantly wake up to $1 from where it is right now. It would wake up to $1 if there was 150% collateralization, which is how much? 150% of 23 billion, which I believe is probably around 34 billion. I'm just going to throw that number out. 34 billion, okay? I think so. You know what? Let me quickly correct that. I don't know. I don't want to. Let me do 23 times 1.5. Yeah, 34. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, 34.5. So we need 34.5 billions of dollars worth to collateralize PDI. Sounds like a hefty job, right? Well, if you didn't know, the Pulse chain has OA bags. Okay, you see when you click this button down here, include OA bags right down here, include, exclude, you can see that actually significant OA bags. If you look at the market cap here, if we exclude it or include OA bags, it's actually 6.6. So that basically gives us here around how much? $6 billion worth of Pulse at this price. With PulseX 5.6, you can see that. Exclude them, 5.78. So roughly, you know, 4.9 billion. So again, 6 plus 4.9, that's 10 something. With INC, there's really nothing, no OA bags. With Hex now, you can see that it's around 8. So roughly we're around that 18 to 19 billion at the current prices of all the core token OA holding. But now, this is where a lot of people, they said, hold on, why did Richard Hart stake majority of the OA, the Hex majority of OA, you know, for 555 days? Now that means that he cannot collateralize using the Hex bag. Does that also mean that he never was behind PDI? Which is a great concern, right? Fair enough. But you need to understand that how far away were we from the 150% collateralization? We were at some point around 50% away. But I still felt like it was too early. Like he wouldn't. Yes, we were 50% away, a pump from being able to collateralize. He's not going to just do that, because imagine we would be so close to the collateral to be under that threshold. It's going to be dangerous. And at the same time, now people are starting to say, hold on, what if he's able to encapsulate those staked Hex in some kind of smart contract to still carry on using it as a collateral? So let's see what this Decentralized Me here had to say. How could Richard Hart encapsulate Hex stakes after the fact? What if these stakes were created as part of a multi-signature setup? Step 1, create a stake from a multi-sig wallet. Richard Heart stakes hex from a wallet that is controlled by multiple private keys. This means no single key fully controls the stake, allowing him to assign any authorized contact as the stake owner at a later date. Assign control to a smart contract later. When he uses the multi-sig permissions to assign another smart contract as the stake's controller. This is the new contract. This new contract recognizes the existing stake and issues tradable encapsulation. You know what? This actually kind of sounds like a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. So, you know, you use a multi-sig wallet where it basically is another way of saying multi-sig wallet is, if I remember, it's N of M, minimum number of signatures over N, which is the total number of signatures required, which, by the way, I talked a lot about in my crypto OPSEC, Operation Security. Very, very important. Don't overlook it. Even if you're not new to crypto, you still want to make sure you're topped up in terms of the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, being aware about signature attacks and all the other ones, clicking on fake links, how to encrypt your files digitally with the latest industry standard securing encryption algorithm. You know, difference between seed phrase to private keys. You know, if one is compromised, does that mean the other is? You know, cover your bases, be safe. You need to understand complacency is one of the highest risks. You know, a lot of people think about, oh, why would I be a target? You know, I don't do this, I don't do that. Yeah, but be careful. Do you actually understand the full principles of operational security? Do you tell people about how much you're holding, where you're holding it? Are you even practicing the safe crypto practices about, you know, where do you store your seed phrase? Do you have a single point of failure? So give the link in the description. You know, obviously this goes towards supporting me, but give it a read. This might be a helpful resource for you. But we are going to go back to the update here. Assign control to a smart contract. When he uses the multi-sig permissions to assign another smart contract as the stake's controller. This new contract recognizes the existing stake and issues a tradable encapsulated version. Then he effing pegs PDI. So very exciting stuff. Again, still speculation. And, you know, I was just going to give an update here, but I'm going to let you guys do that, where he was just giving an update about the marketing updates, about PulseChain in general, how people are going to write articles and etc. You can see here creating GIFs, static posts, a lot of stuff. So these are all the marketing plans, which, by the way, like, big shout out to Decentralize Me for taking the lead on this. People, there were like 2 big whales that donated around $90,000, I believe, $90,000. And I think he received a total of 118 plus or something. So this is really, really cool, guys. Again, it's going to help expose PulseChain to the right people. It's going to help, you know, correct people's impressions about Richard Heart. People think, I don't know, people who read just the headlines of articles, that he's a scammer. He's not a scammer. He never sold a penny of the OA. Well, obviously, OA is not even Richard Heart. But the OA bags never sold anything, as opposed to XRP that have 1 billion monthly token unlocks. You can check out in 2024, they've actually sent an average of 30 to 40% of those 1 billion token unlocks to centralized exchanges, which we don't know what happens after that because it's opaque, right? We can't track them once they go into centralized exchange. It's safe to assume that, you know, allegedly they could, you know, they could sell that effectively, guys. It literally means a sell. Like the same thing that happens with the Ethereum Foundation. Whenever they see a certain amount of Ethereum go to centralized exchange, most of the times it means that they're going to sell it, right, to pay the devs to work on other projects, which one of them is an ETH-OS, guys, an Ethereum operating system for a mobile phone. Like, what? We're spending money at these prices? So, you know, this is why I love PulseChain. We don't do any of that. But anyways, we're going to move on. You know, this is what I spoke about here. This is why the people were a little bit confused about the hex stakes. I think it's absolutely fine, even though, yes, it takes away a huge amount of the supply of, it just means that, hey, we just need a slightly more bigger pump for the total available liquid OA holdings to over collateralize PDI. Simple. And a lot of people don't understand this. PWBTC is an approved collateral type. This is why I'm very bullish. Wrapped ETH is also an approved collateral And I'm not sure what's the OA bags on wrapped Ethereum, to be honest with you. I'll have to get back to you. But this is all very, very bullish stuff, guys. Very bullish stuff. So keep your hopes up. And this is a supply distribution that I spoke about, that we referenced a little bit earlier. And then, yeah, we're going to effectively, guys, listen, I'm going to end the video with this tweet that I made months and months ago. Or actually, well, not months and months. It's just a couple of months ago. This one will help you understand. Okay, I'm not telling you to sell anything else for PDI. Matter of fact, all I'm telling you is that if you want to leverage off of PDI the most and make more exits, because of course, by the time PDI reaches $1, there's no more gains to be made aside from, you know, passive income from liquidity providing and etc., which is going to be a huge opportunity. But if you want to make even more and leverage off of PDI, it actually goes back to the richer hardcore tokens. What do I mean by this? We're gonna wrap this video up by going through this tweet again, making you super bullish, and I hope it ends this video by making you more confident within the narrative, and hopefully you can carry on doing your own research and making your own decision. At the end of the day, I'm still not guaranteeing any returns. I cannot, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. You have to make your own decisions. Always invest with risk capital. Refer to your financial advisor. You guys already know the gist. Okay. So here's what I said. Why PDI is bullish for Pulse, PulseX, Hex, and INC. Aside from Pulse, PulseX, Hex, and INC being exposed to the sacrifice funds leveraging Ethereum, here's why they are more bullish. Remember, Richard Heart is holding 12 billion of PDI. Once PDI reaches $1, Richard Heart can use the supply to buy back core tokens. The collateral percent would be 10x over 150%, which is equal to 1500% over collateralized. So effectively, guys, imagine now he has 12 billion of buying power, and he buys back the tokens that are keeping PDI at $1. Number one, it makes PDI even more secure, so over collateralized by a whole lot, and at the same time it increases the price of the core tokens. A win-win for literally everyone. Richard Hart can then mint further PDI from the vault, so he can then, if the collateral percentage goes all the way up, he can actually now mint more PDI out of it, and effectively he can use this loop again. This is why it's called the Hyperloop theory, using that PDI to buy back the core tokens again. This is called the Hyperloop. This is the end game of PulseChain today. PDI is around 35x to $1, so obviously that's back then. Now we're in a retracement. Gains will stop when it reaches that point. So the real leverage of PDI are the core tokens: Pulse, PulseX, Hex, and INC. Thank you for reading, and I did get goosebumps from reading that. And yeah, you can see here that we were so close at collateral level, but obviously it doesn't mean that he's just going to click collateralize, flip the switch in the soonest possible moment. That is not very smart. Richard Hart is not going to just give away free money to people. He will do it when you least expect it. And I believe he will probably do it when he thinks Ethereum is topped, which I think will be towards Q3, Q4 of this year. When I think, I don't know, it will easily, I think it will be a walk in the park for it to be over $7,000. Now, $10,000 is where I think it's a safe place to say that's the euphoric state, plus or minus 1 or 2K. $15,000 Ethereum, that's really tough unless we see an ETH BTC ratio of 0.1. Okay, which that one is going to be really aspirational as well. Anyways, guys, listen, I'm going to end the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, I just had a few final things here to just give you guys reminders. Hey, be careful. Look, you have people here jumping on shiny new objects, 33K buy, and then sells $1.80. Like, that's crazy. Huge loss on that P&L. Like, wow. So please be careful. People wasting money just like that. Like, you know, it's so risky. It's a matter of, you know, do you want to be in a casino or do you want to invest in something that has longevity? Welcome to PulseChain. So I'm going to keep that there. And then here's just another reminder here. Imagine the country of Argentina. Argentinian president launched a meme coin called Libra for the growth of their community. Within 5 hours, over 4.4 billion of the market cap was erased. Is this the biggest rug pull in history? Like, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? This is why I told you as well, be careful from the Donald Trump meme coin, because it still counts as a celebrity meme coin. Same thing with Melania. It dumps. If they don't water the plant, it will literally dump. You know what I mean? So please be careful. Please be careful. Like, it's, you know, these are meme coins at the end of the day. You want to invest in a meme. You want to invest in a community, not in a celebrity. Okay? Because again, they stopped tweeting about it. they move on to something else. Their lives get busy, which of course the president, he's very busy. Yeah, it's gonna die. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna end the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. Give this video a like, share it with all your friends. Like, you know, I've given a lot of lore of PulseChain, which I'm gonna make a separate video on. I've covered a lot of things, you know, so I really hope you found this informative. Give your comments down in the comments below. It helps boost this video in the YouTube algorithm. You guys are amazing, and I'll catch you soon. Consider reading my 2 courses, link in the description. Is going to be suited for you. You can become a YouTube member to have access to my weekly members exclusive videos. But you watching it towards the end, that's more than enough. You guys are absolutely amazing. Join my Telegram, link in the description, and take care. Bye bye.